Hello everyone, thanks very much for tuning in again. This is episode number 7 already of my 15-part webinar, and in each episode I discuss one photo from my photo book, Why I Cry on Airplanes. I hope you have your copy already. If not, you can go to the book's website, whyicryonairplanes.com, and at the end of this episode I will tell you a little discount code as well. If you do have a book, however, somewhere in the beginning of the book, there are no page numbers in this book, so somewhere in the beginning of the book there's this red photograph. And this photograph has been taken in Pattaya in Thailand, and Pattaya is known as the sex capital of the world. Every night in Walking Street in Pattaya, there are thousands of people walking around. Probably why they call it Walking Street. And I would say that a third of those people are offering some kind of a service, and 2/3 are seeking some kind of a service. Most of these services are sex related. And you know, it's a very lively place. There's a lot of noise, and there are a lot of people, and there's a lot of alcohol, and most likely there's a lot of drugs. I didn't spend much time in Pattaya, maybe 4 or 5 days. And it was during a research trip. I've been working for several years on a project in which we ask children who are forced into sex work to tell their life story. And that's what brought me to Pattaya. And I was really overwhelmed by Walking Street. It's a really horrible place. Let's go to the photo. And this photo really expresses a feeling that I got there, an impression that I got there with a lot of the people that I saw on the street. And that is a feeling of loneliness. I have a feeling that everyone in this image is lonely. And knowing why the majority of people come to Pattaya, I'm starting to make stories. I see this image, I know it's on Walking Street. My head starts filling the gaps for all of the people that I see in the picture. I think it's one of the saddest photos I've ever taken. I just see loneliness. That's all I see. In everything. You know, the TV sets with 3 different programs. The man in the background playing with his phone. I don't know. Anyway. Now there's more to Pattaya than just Walking Street, luckily. It does have a beautiful beach. I have friends who lived there for many years, and I'm sure they wouldn't like it if this is the image I leave you with of that city, because I do know that they had a wonderful time there. And there is an image from the same city right before this one. And it takes us from a red image to a green image. And this is not very far from where the first photo is taken. And that's this one. So it's kind of there to compensate. But it's not just because of the contrast in color that this photo radiates a totally different feeling. And it's taken only 3 blocks away from where the first one was taken. Do you know the little cocktail bar in the center? People are talking to each other. There's another bar on the right. There's a little food stall on the left. It radiates more a sense of community and relax. So that's why I also wanted to show you the green photo of Pattaya and not just the red one. That is because I don't want to paint a very one-sided picture, obviously, but tourists come to Pattaya for a specific reason, and it's not for nothing that it's the sex capital of the world. And that's also that project that I was working on. It is about children who specifically are forced into sex labor to serve tourists, which in itself is a really horrible story. So yeah, but there is more to the city. If you do go and visit, please focus on that. Okay, I want to leave it here. Thanks very much. The next episode is on Friday, the 1st of May. It's again at 4 p.m. Central European Time. And let me find the photo we're going to talk about. And this time, this episode brings us to Kolkata in India. And I have a really funny anecdote to tell you about this very dark photograph. Thanks again. You can see all the webinars on my website, whyicryonairplanes.com. And of course, that's where you can also purchase a copy of the book if you don't own it yet. And I am now going to put on the screen a discount code for that. Thanks again, and I hope to see you on Friday.